everybody, it's Rebecca here at Y Mermaids, and today I'm talking Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Stitch is gonna hang out with the book while I talk to you and give you my review about Throne of Glass. So let's get started. Throne of Glass was written by Sarah J. Maas. The genre is YA epic fantasy, I guess you could say, or just YA fantasy would work as well. My brief description is: girl assassin competes for her freedom. Evil lurks within the castle. She must save them all. Which, like, don't they always have to save them all? Whatever. There are four kind of main-ish characters in this book. The first one is Selena. She is the main character. You follow her perspective for the majority of the book. She is the assassin. She's a BA assassin who's very independent, but yet she's kind of girly at the same time, and she's just kind of cool. I really like Selena. Then there's Chaol. He's the captain of the King's Guard, who's very young, and he kind of has a taking for Selena. But he's also very, very suspicious of her at the same time. And he's not willing to just kind of be like, oh, I love you. Because he doesn't trust her. She's an assassin, right? He's realistic. There's also Dorian, and Dorian is the prince who, of course, is a womanizer and very arrogant and, is like under his father's shadow, doesn't really like his father, but at the same time, like, it's his dad. Kind of thing, but of course he's like, oh, this new girl who blah 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 blah. Well, alright, there you go. So, Dorian. And finally there's Nehemia. She is the other strong female character. She's the princess from a neighboring country who will pretty much do anything to keep her people safe. And right now, they are not in a safe place. And she kind of becomes that female friend for our main character of Selena, which is really nice to see a nice female friendship forming there. The things that I liked the characters. I really did. I had some issues with them, but overall, I actually did really like the characters. I also really liked the world building. I thought that I just love big fantasy worlds where there's so much detail and so much backstory that you can tell is hidden within there and you're getting little snippets of it. It's great. I love that kind of world building. And it's such a big world. It's very like Game of Thrones kind of big world. And I also really liked the story. I tend to have a thing where I really like stories where there's competitions. It's why I liked the Hunger Games. It's why I'm gonna keep reading the testing. I really like those. I like to see the tests and the battles and all that kind of stuff. Now for the things I didn't necessarily like. I didn't really like that there was a lot that was told to the reader, but not a lot was shown to us. I was told numerous times how amazing of an assassin that Selena is, but I didn't really get to see it. I didn't really get to see her be this big BA kind of female strong assassin. I just heard her talk about it, and then she didn't really live up to that in a lot of times. I'm like, oh, okay, really? I also didn't like that she almost seemed too perfect. She was really good. She's a great assassin. She's like the world's best assassin, but she's also good at piano and chess. Oh, I mean, that kind of makes sense. The chess part does. She likes to read. She has everybody fall in love with her. She's beautiful. I just didn't... What is she bad at? I didn't really see any weaknesses, and that kind of, I was like, well, how can I relate to her if she's so perfect at everything she does? And I just didn't really like that. There were also some shady details that were kind of confusing. I couldn't really picture a lot of it in my head. I was like, how does this actually look? How does this actually work? But over here, you said that she was, he was faster, and then at the next chapter, now she's faster, and how does that work? Because nothing changed, except for maybe he should have gotten stronger, so it just seemed like a lot of conflicting details that didn't quite make sense. Like, somebody didn't reread it enough times and catch those kind of conflicting details. And finally, I just felt the love triangle was unnecessary, and especially towards the end, and it just wasn't needed. I liked the guy characters, I did, but I just really, we have to do a love triangle. I mean, can't we just not do that, please? Overall, I really enjoyed the book. I fell into the world. I really enjoyed the world of it, and my likes, Although there were more dislikes, the likes overshadowed them, so I really did enjoy it. I will continue on with the rest of the series, or at least the next book, to see how it goes. And I did give this book 4 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. And finally, it's the recommendation part, where if you like this, you'll like this kind of thing. So books that are similar to Throne of Glass that I've read, I would include The Hunger Games, because they both feature strong female characters. Even though I think Katniss is a little bit stronger in some ways, Celaena is still, she's a BA independent woman, right? There's also that same competition element between the two of them that I really enjoy. I would also compare this to Fallen Kingdoms, because they're both high epic fantasies and with really rich world building that I really enjoy, and you can just, it's so epic and big and just amazing. I also, I have not read a super ton of YA high fantasies, so I did do some Googling, and I have some other ones for you just in case you want them, but I have not read them, so don't hate me if you don't like it. And those would be Graceling, Assassins, Blade, and The Girl of Fire and Thorns, or some of the ones that I saw the most recently, or the most talked about in comparison to the Throne of Glass series. Well, that is my review of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below, and that is it for me today. I will see you next time.